Title of this video is Help, I Don't Know Where to Start. Help, I do not know where to start. I'm actually here walking and enjoying myself right now. It is very hot, but it's very important that you are sure to get your exercise in. Nothing wrong with sweating, but the title of this video is Help, I do not know where to start. And it's talking about stocks, cryptocurrency, and pertaining to that type of situation. So a lot of people are in a position where they don't know where to start. They don't know where they should start. They're not sure what happened. They're not sure how they should put themselves in a position to get to where they need to go. They're caught up in a position of, man, what should happen? And they always say a confused mind does nothing. Confused mind does nothing. So a lot of people don't know where, how, why they should start. They're not understanding what's going on. They're not understanding. So this video is to help you do that. So if you're finding this video, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Haven't seen me in a while. Been getting some things done in the background. My members have been abreast. They've been seeing some progress and some things that I've been doing behind the scenes. So feel free to tap in the membership. But welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. But the name of the video is Help, I Don't Know Where to Start. A lot of you, hey, welcome in, Sweet Thumb, welcome in. A lot of you not understanding where to start. You're seeing a lot of videos that pertains to investing, but you're not sure exactly where to start. You're not sure how to start. And there's an old saying that says a confused mind does nothing. A confused mind does nothing. So as it pertains to investing, as it pertains to stocks, this is first of all not investment or financial advice, but as it pertains to that, you got to understand a couple things. You have to understand that if you're not starting, then you're never going to get anywhere. Kind of like now I'm on the track. It is hot outside. It's over probably 100 something, but it's nothing wrong with sweating, getting your pores in, things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're asking yourself, where should you start? As it pertains to where you are, you're asking yourself, where should I start? Where is it that I should start? Why should I start? So some of you have been watching me for over a year and you have not started yet because you're fearful. You're saying, man, the market is down. Oh, this just happened with Donald Trump. This was happening with Joe Biden. This is not one of those things, but I don't know where I should start. I'm not understanding where I should put myself at. I'm not understanding how I should start. And you're looking at crypto and you saw it go down and you were going to start, but then you said to yourself, oh man, crypto's down. I don't know if I should do that. I might lose all my money. Hey, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Love, hello. And you're saying crypto's down. Man, I'm not sure if I should jump into crypto because it keeps going from 60 to 70, 74 down to 60 and 56, 58. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, hello. I don't know where I should start. Stocks. I see stocks it was doing well, but then it went down and I'm not sure what I should do. I'm not sure. Well, they say a confused mind does nothing. Welcome in. Confused mind does nothing. And here's the thing. One thing is constant is you're going to live. You're going to live. And here's the thing. You can't be afraid to do anything. And some people say, well, I got a 401k. I'm okay. I have a 401k. I have that. I'm okay. I don't have to invest for myself. But you see many celebrities entrusting their resources to people who take off with it because they don't know about their own finances. So you're wondering, how should I start? How should I get to the next level? Should I start? Where should I start at? Should it be stock? Should it be crypto? Should it be gold and silver? What should I do? Now, as I always say, this is not financial investment advice, but how do you start? You start by research, number one. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You start by research. Number one, you have to get educated with something. When you started your first job, you had to get training, correct? You had to get training when you started your first job. You got training when you started your first job, and they took you through a training. Some jobs, you go through a week training. Some jobs a month. Some jobs 6 months. But you go through that training, and hey, good afternoon. Welcome in, Official Jamil. Welcome in, everyone. And you go through that training, and they teach you the ropes. So they don't just stick you out on the floor, or stick you out on the road, or stick you out serving customers. Whatever you do, you have to go through training. And the thing about the reason why I decided to start a YouTube channel personally is to help people. To help people. Like I said, it's not financial or investment advice. And here's the thing. I remember when I first started, when I first started to invest, I used to turn on MSNBC, CNBC, Fox Business, and go to sleep. I didn't know what they were talking about. I used to go to sleep on the channels, wake up and it's still on. I used to put the DVR and record those Squawk Box, Squawk on the Street, Kramer, all these type of things. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I used to record those things, and when I recorded it, I used to watch it. Then I used to, back in the days, I'm gonna show you something. Back in the days, they didn't have, what we have now. We got a wealth of resources now, but I used to got to go to the library and check out books and read books by Warren Buffett, Susie Orman, all sorts of people. Used to read books and check out more books. I had the maximum limit of the books that I had, and used to check out those books and read them. I think the maximum books you can check out at a time was 7. I used to have 7 and then talk to the librarian. They'll give me 8 or 10 because they knew I would come back with the books. So I would have the books, read them all, go back and go through the dictionary to figure out what those terms were. See, a lot of times they're saying things to scare you off as an investor. What's up, Prez? They're saying things to scare you off as an investor. They're saying things to scare you off as a person. They're saying things to scare you off because a confused mind does nothing. And if you don't do anything, guess what? You're going to stay stuck in the rat race. You're going to stay stuck in the same position. But while people are telling you not to do nothing, guess what? The same people telling you it was bad to invest in Bitcoin, look at their holdings. Look how much Bitcoin they have. The same people who are telling you, oh, well, this is going to happen, they're investing in those type of things too. The same people who say oil is not good and gold and silver is not good, they have those investments in their portfolio. I wonder why they don't want you to have it, because they don't want you to be free. That's real. They don't want you to be free. And as long as you're not free, you continue to run in a circle. Like I'm out here on the track. Hey, right? They want you to stay away. That's facts. That's facts. And I'm out here on the track walking. And here's the thing. You go around the track 4 times. Everybody who's ran track know that's a mile, right? But in life, you're just running in a circle. Running in a circle, running in a circle, running in a circle, running in a circle. And you don't know what you're going to do. Can you really? I made a video. It was a short about, hey, what's up? Aloha, Joes. I made a short about, the short was about, it said, will Social Security be here? And there was a lot of people that criticized me in the video. You don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 this. But what do you know? The same people who criticized me, they came out with an article a couple months after that saying Social Security is in jeopardy. Social Security may not be there when you get retirement age. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot put yourself in a position where you are just depending on the person to take care of you. Take care of yourself. How do you do that? You learn. You get to the point where you're learning. You can't, nobody starts a job and does what they do and is perfect in that job without learning. You got to go through learning. And a lot of you don't want to learn. You want to get the microwave mentality. You want to listen and just tap in for 30 seconds and go back to your normal scheduled program And a confused mind, like I said, does nothing. This is not an argument. This is not to make you upset. This is not to criticize anyone. This is not to belittle anyone. It's not that. This is because I care about you. I care about every person in here. Every person who's ever looked at me, I care about. This ain't that situation. This is a situation to motivate you, get you to the next level so that you can be great in what you're doing. Somebody asked me, what do I do for a living? What I do for a living really has no precedent at this point of the conversation. Because here's the thing. What if I said I did this, this, and this? Then you'll sit up there and say, oh, well, you'll talk yourself out, self-sabotage yourself of why you can't be great. Self-sabotagement. You'll say, oh, well, he does this, so he has a lot of knowledge, so I'm scared. Oh, no, that's why he's good at this. That's an excuse. Excuses are tools of incompetence, simple monuments of nothing. Stop making excuses. Does not matter. What matters is what you're going to do. Because you can't spend what I have, and I can't spend what you have. But here's the great thing about it. If you make a move now, I guarantee you, just like now, I've already walked a mile. If you make a move, you got to make a move. And I'm sorry, right now as I'm walking, they got some football practice. Some kids are practicing football, so I'm trying to walk a little bit fast. And you're seeing upwards instead of back there because I don't want to show anybody in the video. But here's the thing. You have to ask yourself the question, are you willing to get to the next level? Are you willing to learn for yourself? Why do you think I call myself You Learn with Robert? I want you to learn. That's the whole point. I want you to learn. I want you to get somewhere that you haven't been before. I want you to stop making excuses about, oh, well, You Learn with Robert knows this. His mom and dad did this, so I can't do this. Hey, I was raised in the fact that say I can do all things that gives me strength. I can do everything. That's what I was raised in. You can't make an excuse. Stop making excuses. What I'm challenging everyone who is listening to me right now, I'm challenging you to make a decision to get yourself out of the situation that you're in. I'm challenging yourself. If you got to work, do Uber or Lyft for a couple hours to be able to invest in stocks, if you got to do that, if you got to sell some stuff on eBay or what do they call that? All those other little places, Etsy and all that. Sell some stuff there. Y'all do a yard sale. How many people I can tell that has garage full of stuff or a storage unit full of stuff? Go sell some of that stuff. Get that out of your house. It's not making you money. It's losing you money. Let's stop making excuses. Oh, well, You Learn does this, so I can't do that. No, that's an excuse, people. So how do you start? Step one, you start to learn. You get yourself into information. Even if you listen to somebody, you listen to me, that's a good step. You listen to some people like Prez the Investor, Lisa J. Stocks, Keenan Grace, Stock Mo. You have a lot of wonderful people on YouTube. Chris Sane, a lot of wonderful people on YouTube that talks and knows what they're talking about. As long as you're doing the thing, doing the homework. Don't just take our word for it. Do the homework. Do the homework. Do the homework. So we're making excuses. I don't have this, but you got a garage full of stuff you ain't used. You got old suits, old ties you ain't wore in 10 years. You got shoes that you ain't wore in 8 years. You got shirts with tags on it and clothes that you don't wear, but you're making an excuse saying you can't afford something. Come on, man. Let's stop making those excuses, y'all. Step two, what do you do? What do I do? What's my step two? Step two. Step two. What you're gonna do after you're starting to learn. See, and let me go back to step one real quick. Step one, you're learning, but put a time frame on it. Say, you know what, every day I'm going to turn on CNBC, MSNBC, Squawk Box, Forbes. I'm going to look, Google certain things, see what's going on, Yahoo Finance. I'm going to Google certain things just to see what's going on for 5 to 10 minutes a day. You got 5 to 10 minutes a day. So once you do that, say, you know what? All right, now that I do that, now that I've done that, step two, I'm going to take action. How do you take action? You get an investment account. You got Moo. You got crypto.com if you're on the crypto side. You got Robinhood. You got all sorts of, you got TD Ameritrade. You got a lot of different investment tools that you can take action in. So go ahead and take action. Get a platform. Get a platform and take action. Fund it. Spend $10, $20, $50. Take action. All right. I used to listen to videos in the car while driving via Bluetooth. Exactly. Press. That's the thing. I didn't, believe it or not, I did not listen to the radio, and I still don't listen to the radio, even if I'm going on a trip driving. I'm listening to a YouTube video. I'm listening to satellite radio. I'm listening to something, podcast. I'm listening to an ebook, a book on Audible. Oh, I don't have time. Perfect example. You got Audible. Get Audible. Turn it on. Download some books. Warren Buffett, great person. Buffettology. It's a lot of great books. A lot of great books by a lot of great people. So step two, after you take action, you get a platform. You're doing step two, right? So you're going to fund it. $10, $20, $50. You're going to fund it. And here's the thing. This is not financial or investing advice. All right. Great comment, Prez. You're right. I did not. I repeat, I still don't turn on my radio. I don't. You can ask anybody who rides with me. They're like, you listen to this? Yes. You want to be where I'm going, you got to listen to what I'm listening to. I really couldn't tell you the top 10 songs on the radio on any genre. I'm very eclectic. I like different types of music, but I couldn't tell you what the top 10 songs are. So after you do that, after you fund your account, $10, $20, $50, or whatever you have. So now you're going to look. You're going to build yourself a platform. You know, with a house, you got to build a foundation. You got to build a good foundation. So you've done the research. A lot of you have done the research. You've done the research. Now you're building that foundation. You're building that great, strong house. If you look at my videos, I have a video about the Biltmore. I went there, had a meeting there, and great place. If you haven't been to the Biltmore Estate, I have a couple shorts on it. I went there, and what was amazing about it is when it was built, that it took 1,000 people to build that. That when they built it, he had a vision. He had all the money, but he had a welcome in. Yeah, bad connection. I'm in my SUV now. It said that my connection dropped, so I apologize, you all. Apologize, you all. So I'm actually in the SUV with the actual air conditioning blowing. So if you can hear the air conditioning blowing, I apologize. Yeah, I literally said my phone connection dropped. So step two, if you can hear me, it's saying step two. Welcome in. I said to get an investment account. I said Yahoo Finance, Moo. You have TD Ameritrade. You have a lot of different things that you can do to invest. Get an investment account. Welcome in. So once you do that, thank you, Sweet Thumb. Yeah, you guys, it's so hot out here. It literally said over 106 degrees when I was coming out here to film, talk to you all on the track. So it said the track is always 20 degrees hotter than anywhere. So if you ever ran track, if you say 100, it's 120 on the track. Welcome in. Can you hear the background noise? I turned my ambient sound off, so you shouldn't be able to hear the background noise. But I'm sorry if you can. If you can, I'm literally just trying to keep this phone. First time my phone has ever heated. Wow. So yeah. So once you get that investment account, once you do that, once all this is not financial or investment advice, what you're going to do is look. You're going to build your foundation. That's what I was talking about. Building that foundation. You're going to build that foundation that you have. You're going to build that foundation. How are you building your foundation? See, personally, my grandmother, when she was alive, I talk a lot. Great. Thank you, Sweet Thumb. Great. Appreciate it, Chris. I talked to my grandma, my grandmother. We talked a lot when she was here. And one thing my grandmother used to say is, what do you know well? It used to be a country slang to that, but the whole term was, what do you know well? And, we'd have to talk back and forth. She would ask me questions. She would ask me, what have I learned and things of that nature. That's why I call it You Learn. What did you learn today? What's new? Every time we're on a conversation. But once you do that, you're going to build a foundation. The thing about my grandmother is she used to, sorry y'all, it's hot. My grandmother used to bake sweets. She was good sweets. She loves sweets. So I look at things in terms of sweets, okay? That's why if you look at my membership levels, you'll see cupcake, slice of cake, whole cake, type thing, because my grandmother liked sweets. So it's kind of a way for me to, roll with my grandmother and things of that nature. And to the point, I'm showing you something, I'm trying to grab my wallet. It's to the point, me and my grandmother were so close. It's to the point that the last picture we took together, I got it engraved in my wallet. That's how deep it is. So if you wonder why is he always talking about cakes and sweets and stuff, because my grandmother. But anyway, so you're going to build that foundation. How do you build that foundation? You're going to build that foundation. The way you're going to do that is this, okay? You got to look at certain things, like certain people like quick trades. They in and out, they in and out, they in and out. You got to ask yourself, are you going to be that trader? Do you want to be in and out every day of the market? Do you have that time to do that? Certain people do, certain people don't. You got to ask yourself another thing. First of all, it's not financial investment advice, but you got to ask yourself another thing. Hey, look, what is it? Yeah, it was hot, y'all. I had to get the SUV washed. I knew I had to get some stuff done, so I got to go to Costco. That's why you get a vehicle that you can put some stuff in, go into Costco later so that I can put some stuff in the SUV. I didn't drive sedan today. But here's the thing. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and you're going to see, how am I going to build my foundation? How am I going to build my foundation? What should I do to build that foundation? What kind of things should I do to build the foundation? And number one thing you're going to do to build that foundation is see, do you want to be a quick trader in and out of the market? Do you want to be in and out, back and forth, in and out, in and out, in and out? Do you want to be that person? Number one. Number two, you got to ask yourself this question. Do you want to be in and out? Number two, you got to ask yourself this question. Okay, what's my time horizon? How old am I? What type of things do I want to do as far as my age? Some people are in their 18. I'm looking at my analytics. Some people are 18 years old. Some people are 25 and that age range. Some people are 30 and above. Some people are 50 to 60 and above. So you got to ask yourself what your time horizon is. How long do you have? How long do you want to do what you need to do? Okay. Once you do that at your time horizon, and you have to ask yourself that question. Okay, once I do that, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to put myself to the next level? What am I going to do? What type of investments do I want to have? What I always tell the people, especially the people who are in the membership, have a membership, if you want to join, very economical, give out a lot of value. So I always tell people, once you build your foundation, you got to ask yourself this question. You're building your house. You're building your cake. Cake has recipes, okay? You have a recipe for a cake. You don't put red velvet, certain things to make a German chocolate cake. You don't do that. You don't put certain things that you would make a vanilla cake and a chocolate cake. You don't do that. A strawberry or lemon meringue cake, everything has a different recipe. Everybody's recipe is different. But the good news about the recipe is they got some of the same ingredients in the recipe. Most people have eggs. Every cake pretty much has eggs, right? Every cake pretty much has some type of flour, right? You can have an egg substitute, but for the most part, eggs, flour, milk, butter, they generally have that when it comes to the actual investment. So you got to ask yourself this question. As I always say, it's not financial investment advice, but you got to ask yourself this question. What type of things am I going to put in my investment, in my portfolio? And I always say, you just don't put one thing. You're not just going to put NVIDIA in it. Oh, NVIDIA's doing well. Let me just put NVIDIA in it. You don't have all your eggs in one basket. You just don't do that. You just don't put all your eggs in Apple. Oh, everybody's talking about Apple and NVIDIA. Talked about that before. I actually called it right when it came out. I said it was going to dip. I said it once it dips, it's going to get its legs. I called it. You can look actually in a short that I created. But anywho, when it comes down to it, you got to ask yourself, this question, your base of your cake. Now, here's the thing. This is what I like to have. You know what I'm saying? This is what I like to have. I personally like to have stocks that have dividend power. What dividend power means is I'm going to get a return. It's kind of like back in the days when I was young, you know, not a kid anymore. Back in the days when I was young, they used to have these little red little boxes in the store, and you'll pull it out and it'll have coupons that you can scan for certain products. So a dividend is like a coupon that the company is saying, hey, look, because you rock with me, I'm gonna rock with you, I'm gonna give you some money back. So what generally people do is have it set up so they can reinvest those dividends back into their account, reinvest those dividends back into the account, reinvest it. You know, it's not financial advice, but most people do it. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest traders right now, pretty much reinvests his dividend. He likes dividend plays. Here's the thing. I like dividends as a foundation for my cake, because as my flour, I like the dividend plays because the dividend is going to give me power to keep reinvesting back into those. So once I do those dividends, okay, then I'm going to look at, okay, where's the future going? Where's the future going? Now, I talk to the people in my membership. You know, it's been there, and I talk to people in the membership. So, you know, when it comes down to it, I'm not sure what you're saying, but when it comes down to it, it comes down to it, and those dividends. What I normally do is, you know, when it comes down to the election, I'm not a person that really cares about who wins. All I care about is who is doing what. Now, I'm not sure what you're saying, Cipra, not sure what you're saying, but as it relates to anything, I'm the kind of person that says, who is investing in these companies? Like I said in my membership before, months ago, hey, look, Walmart, no matter what, the Waldens are going to win. You have some Waldens who are on the Republican side. You have some Waldens that are on the Democratic side. Guess what? No matter what, the Waldens going to make money. No matter what. If there's a Democratic president, the Walmart's going to make money. If there's a Republican president, Walmart's going to make money, right? So you got to understand that when you're looking at stuff. Okay, look, who is invested in who? And I know this may be a touchy subject for some people, and they may be like, oh, I don't want to hear about no election. Listen, this is real. You know, it does not matter, in my opinion, who gets in there. I look at the fact of what are their policies? What are they going to invest in? Who is backing them? Because that's where I want my money to be. That's where I want my money to come in. That's why I want to see, okay, this is what they're saying. Well, this person is saying no EVs. This person is saying coal. This person is saying natural gas. So I base and balance upon what people's policies are, and that way you can see the next 5 to 10 years. So either way it goes, in the United States, I see some people in the different, you know, areas of the world. I have a lot of people in different areas of the world. Guess what? Somebody's going to get 4 years, no matter what. It's either way it goes, somebody's going to get 4 years, right? And no matter who gets those 4 years, you know what one person believes in those 4 years. You know what the other person believes in those 4 years. Like I said, you're probably saying, well, you learn, well, this is not supposed to be politics. Politics really doesn't impress me. What I'm saying is, I'm looking at where the money goes, where the ballers go, what the money is. I don't care nothing about going back and forth about who's who, who's not who. That does not impress me. What impresses me is those big donors who saying, where the Walmart's going, where the Elon Musk is going, where is this person, where the Walden's going, where are these people going with their money, the Vanderbilts, the Rothschilds, where are these people going, the Saudis, what are they doing with their money? Because that affects us, okay? So once I do that, what's going to happen between the next 5 to 10 years? I put my portfolio in position so that I can say, okay, look, the next 5 to 10 years, I'm going to invest in my portfolio. This is where my portfolio is going to be. I want to know where it's going to go. I want to know what love is. And then I say, okay, this is where I'm going to put my money. We know, I don't care who gets in office. I really don't care. But as it relates to anything, if EVs don't run this cycle, it's going to run next cycle. So guess what? I'm looking at power moves, you know, the sweeteners, things that can move quick. That's what I call sweeteners in my portfolio. I want sweeteners, something that can move my portfolio. So I'm looking at sweeteners. So what is a sweetener? Okay, if you've been looking and looking at anything in the stock market, you've seen ZAP, ZAPP. ZAP has been running. ZAP, I got ZAP at a good price. ZAP has been running and has been at all-time high with ZAP. It's been doing well. It's not financial investment advice, not telling you how to invest or if you should invest in ZAP or not. ZAPP is a stock. You know, that's a sweetener, something that's running quick, something that's running quick. I'm looking at that. That's an EV play. So I'm saying, okay, that's a sweetener. Is it a long-term play? May not be, may or may not be. Then I'm looking at the fact, okay, when I'm building my cake, my crypto cake, I'm looking at cryptos, I'm looking at stocks. I'm saying, okay, we know Bitcoin's going to be here. If you paid any attention, Bitcoin was down 58,000. The moment an unfortunate situation potentially tried to happen, Bitcoin rose to over $60,000. So we know Bitcoin's going to be here. We know Ethereum is actually creating an Ethereum ETF. So we know Ethereum is here. So while Ethereum is here, we're asking ourselves this question. Okay, we got Ethereum. Okay, we got Bitcoin in our portfolio. Okay, ask yourself this question. ERC20 coins. How many coins are ERC20? You learn, you're going too fast. What is ERC20? That's where it comes to when it comes to studying and things of that nature. So how should I start? ERC20. ERC20 coins. It's about 70-80% of the coins on the market are under Ethereum's belt. So think about it like this. Think about it like this. Ethereum, their chain, their blockchain, most of the coins are under their blockchain. So you're asking yourself this question. You're asking yourself this question as it relates to anything. Hey, how is this where it needs to be? How do I fit into this? How do I fit into this? How are you fitting in this? Where do I start? I don't understand. Where should I start? Where should I go? What's going on? How do I do what I need to do? So you're asking yourself these questions. And as I said before, a confused mind does nothing. This is not financial investment advice, but you're asking yourself, what should I do? Where should I be? Where should I go? What should I do? Where should I be? Where should I go? Yeah, you're asking yourself those questions, but if you don't do anything, you're stuck in the same position. I can say as much as I want to, I want to go eat Chipotle. I want to get Chipotle. I want to get Chipotle. But if I don't do anything, guess what? I'm never going to get Chipotle. I can say no matter what. No matter what. I can say no matter what. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. But if I don't go make a move, I'll never get to that level. You have to do something. You have to start. So step one was you are learning. You are learning on step one. Step two, you're getting an investment account by a broker. Once you do that, step three, you're making a move. You're building your portfolio up. Okay, that's step three. Step four, you're still learning on step four. You're still looking at different investors. Like I said, you got Prez the Investor, Lisa J Stocks. You got myself. You learn Robert Stock Mo. You have Keenan Grace. You have all these Chris Sane. You have all these great investor people that are on the market giving you straight value, straight bangers, straight fire. But it's just like your cup of tea. Some people like tea. Some people like Kool-Aid. Some people like Sprite. Some people like, what's the name of that little drink? Prime. Some people like Gatorade. What is your cup of tea? Guess what? Some people giving sauce. A lot of people giving a lot of things. As other crypto-related or investment-related platforms out there, a lot of people giving sauce. There's a lot more people out there. But as it relates to anything, you're still learning. What I do when I get up in the morning. Everybody's different. Pray, meditate, do what you got to do. Get your mind together. Once you do that, how do you start? You're looking at MSNBC, CNBC, Forbes, Fox Business, Yahoo Finance, CNN, CNBC. You're looking to see what's going on in the market. You're looking to see what's going on. They have something called a heat map. You can look on Yahoo. You can look on Google stock heat map. You can do crypto heat map. Once you're doing that, you're learning, you're gathering information. You're seeing what's going on with those stocks. You're seeing what's going on with those cryptos. You're seeing what's going on those investments. You're seeing what's going on so that you can make a move. And once you make a move, guess what? You're in business. Once you make a move, you're in business. But if we just say, oh, I got a 401k, I got a self-retirement plan, I got a Roth IRA, I don't need to do anything else. Once you do that, that's when you set yourself up for failure. See, cake, as I said, has different things in it. Gold and silver. you got crypto, you got stocks. You just can't put yourself all in one basket. You have to ask yourself where the world is going and position yourself so that you can get to the next level. But if you've been listening to me for a year or more, 6 months or more, and you haven't made any moves, it's time to make some moves. It's time to get with the program. It's time to get focused. I can't give you financial investment advice, but one thing I can tell you to do is stay focused. Focus. I can tell you to stay focused, get to the next level so that you can move. Because here's the thing, as I said, as I made a short, clear as day, I said to you that Social Security is not going to be there. And somebody argued me up and down in the comments. Somebody else said something. Somebody sent me a message, and people was so upset. Oh, how can you say that? There's going to be some form of Social Security. And it literally said on the website, if you go to their website, it says it's in jeopardy of being depleted by a certain date. Come on, y'all. Listen, I didn't even know it was on the website. I can just tell you what's going on. You can't, I can, look at this. I keep pouring in this bottle of water, right? I keep pouring in this bottle of water. I keep pouring in this bottle of water, and it's going to overflow, right? But I got another bottle that I drank earlier. It's so hot out here. Had another bottle I drank earlier. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to empty. If you're taking out of the bottle, you're taking out of the bottle, and you're taking out of the bottle, and you're not putting something in the bottle, it's going to drain out. Same thing with the system. There's not enough going into the system. Not enough going to the system. There's not enough going to the system. What's up, Carol? Hey, it's not enough going to the system. So here we go. 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 Okay. What's going on with you, Ed? Hey, moderators, if you're in here, please take care of this person. So one thing, you got to ask yourself this question, okay? You got to ask yourself this question. Where is it that you want to go? Because here's the thing. Nobody wants to continue to be in a situation. Nobody wants to continue to be in a situation where they're just working for the rest of their life. Nobody wants to do that. You don't want to be that person that says, welcome to blah, 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 and you at the door welcoming people at 50, 100 years old. Nobody wants to do that. But if you notice, the age to retirement keeps going up. So what are you going to do? What's up, 10? What's up, 10? Hey, Carol. The age of Joe's, hey, the age of retirement keeps going up. Yo, I had to get in the car because it is hot. It is hot. It is hot. It's hot. I was going to go to Costco, so I drove the SUV. Man, you talking about hot? It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. But you got to ask yourself this question. I was walking outside, and it's over 100 degrees. The track is always 10 to 20 degrees hotter. My phone overheated, so you're probably wondering, I'm in the vehicle because it's hot. So got the AC blasted. So when it comes down to it, you got to ask yourself, what am I going to do? Because here's the real honest truth. Do you really think that they're building robots? You got Elon building robots that can do things. You got companies like Waymo and companies that have self-driving vehicles. You really think building robots that can help? You think a company ain't gonna say, can I replace this cashier at these big box stores? You know, when you go to these big box stores and people try to hide from you, you like, I'm just trying to buy something. Why are you hiding from me? I'm trying to give y'all money. Why are you hiding from the customer? You know, those big box stores. Do you really think those big box stores and retail is not going to replace the employees with the robot? So you're probably saying, well, how does investing have anything to do with what I'm doing? How does investing have anything to do with what I'm doing? How does investing have anything to do with this? I always say this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But you got to ask yourself this question. What are you going to do? You really think your job is going to be secure in the next 10 to 20 years? I'll wait. Matter of fact, everybody in here, if you think your job is going to be secure in the next 10, 20 years with robots being built, put 1 in the chat. I'll wait. If you think your job is going to be secure in the next 10 to 20 years with robots, put 1 in the chat. If that's what you think. If that's what you think, put 1 in the chat. I've seen robots at the largest scale of production. It's a wrap. Boom. Literally, I was somewhere and a robot was walking to the table. It was walking to the table with somebody's food. I said, what? Somebody sent me a video. Another person, robot. You go to certain hotels, Robot is the person that goes to your room with your food, with your hot towels, with your certain things that you may ask for hotel rooms. It's a robot. Guess what? You can get in a Waymo now in certain areas, and a robot will drive you around. And if you don't put your seatbelt on, it's going to stop and tell you to put your seatbelt on. But it's a whole nother subject. Ask yourself this question. Are you in position to be in a position where you're going to be, oh, well, I don't want to do this. My company does this for me. Listen, Linda, listen. Your company, the moment they can replace you with a robot, they're going to do it. Because guess what? And I'm going to be very honest with you. What's up, Lisa J? I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm going to be very honest with you. Listen, okay, come closer and listen. Listen, Linda, listen. I'm going to be very honest with you. You think I'm not going to have a self-driving car that and a robot in it that can go make me some money while I'm doing other things? I can't wait till they come out. I can't wait. I'm getting 5 to 7 of them off the rip. I'm not playing with you. A robot cutting grass. They don't complain. Guess what? A robot delivery. They don't complain. You think it's a game if you want to. They'll tell you to stay home, and when you, yeah, exactly. Now, here's the thing. If they're selling robots for convenience to you, why do you think that it's gonna be okay? And people don't like when you being real though. People get scared. Oh, he's a little bit too real. I don't believe him. He was talking about politics earlier. He a little bit, oh no, he a little bit too hot for me. I don't know about this guy. No, we don't know about him. Come on, y'all. Listen, I'm trying to help you. A confused mind does nothing. I'm trying to help you get to the next level. I'm trying to help you get to where you're going to be in life. I'm trying to help you. But if you don't do anything, you're going to be put in a position where you're caught off guard. You're going to be put in a position where you're sitting there, sitting up in my room. You're going to be sitting there waiting, trying to figure out what's going on, and you're not going to understand what's going on because life is going to pass you by and you're going to be caught up in something else. How many times did we say, I wish I'd have known about Amazon when it was there? I wish I'd have known about Netflix. I wish I'd have invested in Tesla when I know. I remember I went to test drive a Tesla, right? It was me and a buddy of mine. And I was test driving this Tesla when Tesla first came out. And I was in the vehicle. I looked at the guy. I said, hey, man, you got Tesla stock? And the guy said, huh? I said, you got Tesla stock. That's when it was like $90-something. Way before the splits. And the guy said, no. I said, you might want to get some. And he said, for real? I said, how are you trying to sell me a vehicle that you don't believe in? You might want to get some. Lo and behold, Tesla has been doing his thing. Lo and behold, Elon made a bet on himself and they didn't want to pay him, but they're going to have to pay him. Elon, I like what you're doing though, but ask yourself this question. Are you going to sit up there and continue to put yourself in a place where you're saying, well, I don't know if I should do this or that or this? Are you going to continue to put yourself in that position? Are you going to continue to put yourself in a position where you're scared and you're confused and you're not doing what you need to do and you're saying, well, I don't know if I should do this. Well, I don't know if if you've been watching me for longer than 6 months and you have not made one investment, you need to rethink some things, okay? And I'm saying that in love. Rethink, because I'm telling you, the way the world is going in the next 10 years, if you are not careful, your job is going to be replaced. Well, I have my own company. You can't replace me. Wonderful. But what about your family members? What about your loved ones? What about your friends? Well, you learn. I thought this video was about how to start. Why are you all harsh today? What's going on? Why are you so hyped? Hey, I wish I had known about Adidas, yet I'm wearing the stinking shoes on my feet. We're already, exactly. But here's the thing though. You still can buy it. Price yourself in if that's what you believe in. If you believe in it, buy it. Here, and that's, you made a valid point, Sweet Thumb. I say this all the time. If you ever watch any of my lives, if you have the product, 9 times out of 10, It's probably good. You're probably watching me on your iPhone right now. You're probably watching me on your iPhone. Or you're probably watching me on your Samsung. I have both. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're watching me on something, right? But the question is, do you have that stock? You believe in it so much. Do you have the stock? You believe in it. I believe. You believe in it. Do you have it? So how do you start? Stop being fearful. Somebody said there's nothing but fear itself. Stop being fearful. A confused mind does nothing. Excuses are tools of incompetence, simple monuments of nothingness. Stop making excuses, people. Listen to me. Listen, come closer. Come closer. I want to tell y'all something. You can do it. I want to tell you something. You got it in you. I want to tell you something. No matter what you're dealing with in life, you don't have to stay in the same place. I want to tell you something. You are great. I want to tell you something. You're going to be what you're supposed to be in life. I want to tell you something. You can be what you want to be. I want to tell you something. Hey, listen to this. Listen to this. You will be what your family didn't think you're going to become. You will be great. You will be that multimillionaire. You will be that billionaire. You will be that trillionaire. You will be that person that people calls to for help. You have a vision. You have a dream. You have an assignment. You have something you're supposed to be doing, but you can't do it being broke. You cannot do it being broke. It won't happen. It will not happen. So the question I have for you is this. What are you going to do? Are we just going to sit up there and just, we're just going to listen, but we're not going to do anything because I'm fearful. I'm scared. I'm fearful. Get off the boat. Walk on the water. Let's go. Some of y'all, even if it's $5, it's not financial investment advice, but get off the boat, walk on the water. Get off, stop being afraid. Because here's the thing. The people who are managing your 401k really don't care about you. Yeah, I said it. They don't care about you. They care about that fee they're getting from the company that you work for. That's what they care about. Oops. Was I too honest? Oh my goodness. I was too honest. They care about the fee they're getting. So why wouldn't you? We as people need to realize no one is coming. Exactly. Ain't no life preserved. Guess what? Here's the thing. Now here's the thing. I'm going to help you to understand something. I'm going to help you to understand this, okay? Come closer while I'm saying this. I'm going to help you to understand this, okay? We complain and argue back and forth about what's going to happen in November, right? But here's the thing. All of them are wealthy. If Biden lose, he's still wealthy. If Trump lose, he's still wealthy. If Michelle Obama come in office, she's still wealthy. If Kamala Harris be the next president, she's still wealthy. All those people still got money. Here's the thing. Most of those people's kids go to the same schools. Sometimes they're on the same vacations, on the same places. Yet and still, you're sitting up there arguing about something that, in the grand scheme of things, ask yourself this question. You want somebody to hand you something? Or you want to learn how to get something? That's why you learn, Robert. You want to learn how to get to the next level. You want to learn how to help. See, it's real easy to listen to the mess. It's real easy to listen to who did what. Why ain't Bronny James scoring points? Why Bronny James get picked by the Lakers? Why? Because you know good and well as I know, if you had children, or if you have children, you want the best for your children. If you don't have children, you got nieces or nephews, you want the best for your nieces and nephews. You don't have nieces and nephews, you have friends with kids, you want the best for them. Guess what? No matter who is in that position, they're going to do that. They are wealthy. Bronny James, before the NBA, is wealthy. What does that have to do with your wealth? What does it have to do with your financial success? What does it have to do? Oh, did you hear who dating who next? Did you hear who dumped who? Celebrity gossip. What does that have to do with your financial success? What does it have to do with your freedom? Well, you learn, you don't know what you're talking about. I got a 401k. Okay, and show me one billionaire on the Forbes list that got one company and don't do nothing else. They don't invest in nothing else. Show me one. Show me one billionaire on the Forbes list who ain't trying to make no money. Matter of fact, show me one millionaire who's not trying to make more money. I'll wait. Please put it in the chat. Maybe I don't know something. See, here's the thing. Money loves to work. That's money's job. Money can be a hindrance or it can be a help. Money can be a tool or it can be a crutch. Money can be something that you can use as a hedge. Money can be a weapon. It's on how you use the money, okay? There's a saying that says the person you are is the person you're going to become, only magnified when you have more money, all right? So what the question is, where is it that you're going to do? What are the takeaways from this? What are the takeaways from this? What you learn? I still don't want to do nothing. I'm still afraid. Well, in the next 10 to 15 years, do you really think things are going to go down? You really think things are going to go down? Next 10 to 15 years, you really think things are going to go down? Man, inflation is higher than the giraffe eyelids right now. And you think things are going to go down? I'll wait. You think things are going to... I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question. All eggs in one basket. Exactly. Oops. You think if anybody thinks inflation is going to come down, put it in the chat. I want to know. Maybe I want to know what love is. Is it? If you think so, put it in the chat. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. If you think inflation is going to come down, put it in the chat. I'll wait. I'm going to get another sip of water. You think it's going to come down? No takers. No one said in the chat that inflation is going to come down. So with that being said, that means if inflation not going to come down to a decent level, that means things are going to go higher, right? When the Dollar Tree got $5 and $10 items, what does that tell you? It used to be $1. I remember somebody made a comment, and they made a comment way back when, in 2020, and they were talking about something, and they made a comment about something. And I said, well, instead of concerned about that, you need to be concerned about the dollar store going to $1.25. So if the dollar store got to increase their rates by 25%, what is everything else going to go? Everybody criticized me. Everybody criticized me in that post. I'm talking about everybody criticized me. Everybody criticized me for saying that. Those same people, I went back to that post and I replied to everybody. Where's inflation now? How's inflation now? I was that petty. I replied to everybody. Nobody responded but a couple people. Yeah, you were right. Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be wrong. But here's the thing. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get you to the next level. I'm trying to get you to where you have not been in life. Why? Because I want you to learn. If you have kids, I want you to live in your best life. I want you to live your best life with your kids. If you don't have kids, if you single, like a Kraft piece of cheese, living single. If you single, I still want you to have your best life. If you're married, I want you to have your best life. If you're divorced, I want you to have your best life. If you just got your mama or daddy staying with you, I want you to have your best life. If you're still staying home with your parents, I want you to have your best life. If you're staying with 10 roommates, I want you to have your best life. Either way it goes. If you're broke, listen to me on Subway. I want you to have your best life. If you listen to me on the side of the street, up under a bridge, I want you to have your best life. If you got 10 million, 20 million, 100 million, a billion, I still want you to have your best life. Why? Because here's the thing. You can't do nothing broke. You can't do nothing. I've been talking to y'all sitting here with the air conditioning blowing, with the gas going, and ain't even concerned about, oh, where's the gas at? Why is that? Because I'm talking to y'all. I'm having a conversation. Wow, the air is blowing. It's feeling good in here, y'all. Feeling real good. But ask yourself this question. Where is it that you want to go? So we're going to come up with a plan, all right? As I said before, I have a membership. You're more than willing to join the membership. If you want to join the membership, go ahead and join the membership. I have all different levels. And I'm telling you, like I told some other people, look, what I'm creating in that membership, I'm telling you, you think this is fire? You think this is something? I'm telling y'all, value on top of value on top of value. I want to get people ready for the next level. There's some people, there's a recession that's about to hit, People not even concerned. They don't even know about it. And it's going to hit people like Venus or Serena hitting the tennis ball. Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's going to hit people like a Can't Stop Moving with Love hitting that highway. It's going to hit so quick. A lot of people are going to be wiped out. Yeah. Why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? Am I being mean? No, I'm telling you. There's some things about to come down in the pipeline within the next 6 months to a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And I'm trying to prepare you, get you ready. I'm just being real. And then there's some people on here that's talking YouTube and, oh, yeah, just do this stock. And when things happen and things crash, people are going to be looking crazy because they're not diversified well enough. Why do you think a lot of wealthy people are putting their money in gold and silver? I'll wait. Why do you think so? They're diversifying themselves. Why do you think a lot of people are making moves? Why do you think a lot of companies are having stock splits? I want to have a stock split to help the investor. Come on, man. You really think they got $2,000, $5,000, $6,000, and you just want to help the investor? You've been up that high rip for a long time, but all of a sudden, all these companies having dividends, stock splits, all of them, a lot of them. A lot of high companies are having stock splits. 50 to 1, 10 to 1, 100 to 1, 25 to 1, 5 to 1. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Let's use our brains for a second, okay? All these companies having splits and saying the same message. Oh, we just want the investor to be okay. The last 3 years, you ain't cared about the investor. You know why they're doing that? And this is not financial investment advice, because they know something's coming. So they're preparing themselves. So stock like Nvidia, that's up here at one point, and when things go down, it ain't gonna go down that far. Oh, so a thing like Chipotle that was up here ain't gonna go down real that far. It's only got so much of a range they're gonna keep it in. Watch what I'm telling y'all. And here's the fun part about it. I may not say nothing when it happens. I may just sit here and just... So how do you prepare for it? In the membership, that's how we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to prepare for what's coming. In the membership, I got a lot of things coming out in the pipeline, a lot of things that I'm working on, a lot of things that I'm doing, trying to prepare you for it in the pipeline. So you're going to ask yourself this question. Debo, exactly. Hide your chains and don't tuck your chain in. Debo taking chains off from under the plants. Debo taking chains, and they don't care if your grandma gave you that chain. You right, sweet thumb. So we have right now, it's 2 minutes. And in 2 minutes, we got some wonderful people coming on live. We got Prez the Investor and Lisa J. Stocks. They're coming up. They always have a great live. In the next 2 minutes, I'm going to go roll over there and talk and see what's going on or what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Great channel. Prez the Investor, Lisa J. Stocks. There's a lot of people in here that have great channels. Sweet Can't Stop Walking, Prez, Carol, a lot of great people. Educated Natural 10. A lot of great people in here that have some wonderful channels that you should. Joe's. A lot of great people that have some wonderful channels in here. So if you don't know each other, Official Jamia, a lot of wonderful people in here. Okay, Don River and Mason. Hello, Miss Don Raver and Mason. Nia, Kevin, Love, DG, Official Jamia. Look, when I was walking, y'all, it was hot and I could not see anything. I was outside walking the track, phone overheated, couldn't see anything. Robert, what if you only have an extra $10 a month? How can I make money? You know what? Carol, think about it. Great question. Great question. Now, this is not financial or investment advice. But if you have $10, you got to look at it like this. This is what I did, okay, when I first started. I said, if I lose all this money, and I have $5. I ain't have $10. I had $5. If I lose $5, is it the end of the world? So you got to ask yourself this question. They have a lot of great platforms like Robinhood. I don't know if Moomoo. I never bought a fractional share. I think Moomoo allows you to do fractional shares. I'm not sure. Hey, Prez, Lisa J, does Moomoo allow you to do fractional shares? I don't do fractional shares on those apps. I know Robinhood allows you to do fractional shares, but you can do what's called a fractional share, a piece of the pie. So you can say, okay, look, what do I want? Do I want to invest in a ETF, which is like a pool of funds? Do I want to put $5 in this? Hey, what up, Tay? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Do I want to invest in a pool of funds? Do I want to invest $5 in a Nvidia, $5 in a VOO, VTI, $5 in net? Do I want to put $5 in Bitcoin? Do I want to put $250 in Bitcoin, $250 in Ethereum? You have to, just like Carol, you make a lot of sweets and cakes. You know as well as I know when it comes to cooking, you can stretch out certain food. You see what I'm saying? You can stretch it out. You may put $2 here. Okay, so yeah, you can do fractional. Okay, appreciate it, Tay. So yeah, I don't do fractional shares on those apps. I've done it on Robinhood before, but I just buy whole shares in certain apps. But yeah, so Moomoo, I know you can do it in Robinhood. So Moomoo, according to Tay, you can do fractional shares. So you don't have to buy a whole piece of the pie. You can buy tiny slices of the pie. You don't have to put yourself in that position. So once you do that, you just say, okay, look, you have an investment journal. And what I do, I write stuff down. Write down your budget, okay? Write down your budget. Write down your budget. You say, okay, look, on my budget, I'm going to have X amount of dollars here. So maybe this month, I just want to buy $5 worth of Bitcoin, or $5 worth of VOO or VTI, or $5 worth of Nvidia, or whatever, okay? And maybe I want to buy $5 worth of this or $5 worth of that. So you say to yourself, what do I have? And you got to ask yourself, what's your time horizon? Certain things may not increase in the next 2 weeks or next month. How often, how long do you have to want to see a return on your investment? You can't put a tree in the ground and expect the tree to be an oak tree that covers the whole forest in a day. Certain things have to have a good deep root system and take root before it can grow up. So you got to ask yourself the question, how long do you have? So if you do that, all it is just an appetite. It's just an appetite to continue to invest. It's an appetite to put yourself in a position. If it's $5 or $10, it's all it is just getting yourself in the habit. Getting yourself in the habit. It's kind of like this. Some people get up. When they get up, they may make coffee. They may get up and they may, listen to music. Some people may get up, pray, and meditate. Some people may get up and take a shower first. Whatever it is, you're getting yourself in the habit. Some people get up, start ironing their clothes for work. Whatever your habits is, you start to do it. So when you get up, when I get up, personally, I pray and meditate. When I get up, get in the shower, I look at my phone and I see CNBC, Forbes, MSNBC. I look at Lord have mercy. I got certain apps on my phone. I look at Market Watch. I look at Wall Street Journal. I look at Bloomberg. I look at those apps. I look to see what's going on in the market, any news that have come out. That's what I do. I look to see if any news have come out. Then after I do that, then I see if I want to make a move. I buy something if that's what I decide to do. Some days I may not buy anything. Sometimes I may say, look, I have the appetite to buy this, this, and this. I may have the money just to buy this. So you have to ask yourself what is that you want to do. A 20-year-old may have a different appetite stomach than somebody who's 60 or 70. A 70-year-old actually may have a quicker appetite than somebody who's 20. It just all depends, because you have to ask yourself the question is, what is it that you're willing to do? And here's the thing. Everything doesn't happen overnight. There's not an overnight process. Everything's not overnight. Doesn't happen overnight. But here's the good thing about it. Albert Einstein said one of the greatest wonders in the world is what's called, what do you think he said? What is one of the greatest wonders of the world? Okay, if you don't know, it's pretty much compound interest. So here's the thing. They have the rule of 72. And what happens is if you divide any interest rate into 72 or any percentage, it'll tell you how many years your money will double. So what Albert Einstein was saying is the way money doubles, that's one of the greatest, laws that I've ever witnessed. So you got to ask yourself the question, how long are you willing to wait? You know, I'm looking at things down the road 5 to 10 years from now. I'm looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum and Doge and things of that nature. You know, right, Miss Carol. So I'm looking at things down the road. Exactly, Tay. You'll see your account grow if you stick to it. And $10 don't sound like much. That's $120 a year. That don't sound like much. But guess what? Over time, over time, over time. Yep, Cash App. You know what's funny? My dad, I was telling him about Bitcoin a long time ago. And it was funny because one of his friends, my dad fished. I'm trying to get my dad to get a YouTube channel because he's in a lot of big tournaments. He's winning a lot of big tournaments. Top 20 out of 100 boats, top 50 out of 500 boats. Like he's doing well in a lot of these tournaments. And I'm trying to get him to just put on a GoPro and just strap it on and just go live. I'm trying to get him to do that. So hopefully he can get on YouTube because he's doing good on the fishing area. But one of his friends, he was like, "Hey, call my son. He likes stuff like this." So, me and his friend was talking about Bitcoin a long time ago, and then it was so funny because my dad said, "Hey, I was talking to so and so. Let's say the guy's name is John. He said I was talking to John. I got a gray hair right here, y'all. Gray. So I was talking to John, and John told me about Bitcoin. You've been telling me about Bitcoin for a while. Yeah." And it was funny. Guess what he purchased it on? He started purchasing it on Cash App. And he said he did that because it was easy to do. Now, here's the thing. That is an easy way, an easy method to start. However, think about it like this, okay? And this is more advanced, all right? So think about it like this. It's like allowing somebody to hold on to your Bitcoin for you. I don't think Cash App is going to go out of business anytime soon. I think Cash App is going to, do well long term. I think it's going to be there. So I don't really have a problem with Cash App. I think it's going to be there. But there's a lot of companies that went belly up. So you have to ask yourself this question. Are you going to put all your eggs in one basket? Robinhood has Bitcoin. It's very simple to get Bitcoin on Robinhood. It's very simple to get Bitcoin on Cash App. It's very simple. It's not hard at all. It's very easy to purchase. When I say very easy, very easy. So my dad, yeah, I got crypto. I got it on Cash App. I just bust out laughing. And he was telling me about, yeah, they got stocks on there too. I said, for real? Really? He was like, yeah, man, you could do this. I was laughing. I was tickled because my dad didn't care nothing about that. But the moment me and one of his buddies was talking about, investing and stuff like that, he was like, Robert been telling me about this for years. Let me jump on it now. And it was so funny because his friend was showing him some stuff. He was like, yeah. His friend called him, was like, yeah, Robert kind of know what he's talking about. Because me and him was talking about some things. But here's the thing. Another thing. Get yourself around people who like the subject. Because they say you are a combination of the friends that you're around. You're the combination of the friends that you're around. The people you're around, you're a combination of those friends and people that you're around. Okay? So put yourself in position around good people. Well, you learn. I don't have a lot of good people. Guess what? If you were here earlier, I said that I used to go to the library. I think the maximum books was 7 books. I used to check out 8 to 10 and sometimes the maximum books. So ask yourself this question. You got the library. That's a good thing. You got the library. You have, places like, online. You got me. Matter of fact, right now, Lisa J Stocks and President Investor is going live. I'm about to go over there in a minute. But they're good. Like I said, Keenan Gray, Stock Mo, Chris Sane. Man, it's a lot of people that I'm thinking about. Warren Buffett. It's a lot of people you can learn from. Okay, so putting yourself around the appetite of people, that's how you're learning. You know what I'm saying? You have to, if you're around winners, you want to win too. If all your friends ran track, you're gonna be like, man, maybe I might not be able to run, but I can do shot put and I can do disc. You know what I'm saying? You know, all my friends, we ran track, played basketball. You know, we're sports people. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. You know, they all pushed. We all pushed each other. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rob, man, you need to get out here and run. Dang, it's hot. It's hot. It's real hot. It's 100 plus degrees. You telling me I need to go run? Think about it. There's so many people who, you know, can help push you. But here's the thing: if you're around people that's always talking about, let's go to the club, show enough. You're gonna be the person that go to the club, show enough. That's all you're gonna care about is going to the club. So we can't say that we don't have the resources. We just utilize the resources improperly. You know what I'm saying? Now me, look, at one point, it was so tight that when I put my debit card in, they made me put some money in to get my debit card back. They said, please deposit $10. What do you mean? I had to give them $10 to get my debit card back. They said, put some money in this account. We ain't gonna give you this debit card back. What do you need it for? You know what I'm saying? It was to the point where they looked at me like this. I remember, I remember it was one time. I'll put this on everything I love. Look, y'all. I went to a fast food place, and you know, see, at that time it was tight. It was super tight. I'm talking, it was tight. You know, and I remember going to this fast food place, and I gave him my card, and the lady looked at me. She said, "Son, you only got $3 in this account. You can't get this today." I said, "Huh?" They knew when they scanned it how much I had in my account. I don't know how, but I pulled up my account. I said, well, let me just get this. Like, I promise y'all, it was that bad. I remember one time I was at Walmart, and I remember going at Walmart, and yeah, straight up, I was at Walmart, and it said, your card has been declined. I said, what? Embarrassing, y'all. So look, I'm just being vulnerable with y'all. Look, I ain't always been where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 3-4 minutes away from the lake, maybe. I ain't always been there. So what I'm saying to y'all is, you know, it takes time. You know, it takes time. So what I'm saying to y'all, you have to start somewhere. You can't be afraid. You can't just say, what if? Because here's the thing. What if you don't wake up? Yeah. The ATM machine used to keep your straight keep your car from playing around with it. Exactly. I'm being serious. Like, man, you wasting our time. Yeah, so we thought. I'm being dead serious. Please deposit $50. What? I remember, and I'm okay. So I'm dating myself for a while. So I remember I went to this, and this is nothing beyond. This was not my fault. Okay, so I deposited a check, right, and I went to another bank and deposited cash. So they had my check in there. This is like, I'm talking about, this is long. This is when I was a kid, y'all. And so I remember back in the days, you used to get your check and used to go to the bank to get cash because they only had an ATM without a Visa logo. I'm dating myself for a while, okay, so you can understand. But I remember going, and I went to one account and got the check and deposited, and I got some cash out. And I was going to another account to put the cash into another account so I can have cash in that account. Well, that account, and y'all like, what does this got to do with starting? I'm trying to get y'all to understand it ain't where you start, it's where you finish, okay? So the other account, I go there, and I go and I deposit some cash, right? And there was a decent amount of cash. So I was using my card, and I know I had money in there because I know what amount I had. Well, these people gonna sit up there and not deposit my cash. I always keep my receipts. Keep your receipts, y'all. I always keep my receipts. Well, apparently the teller took my money because the teller wasn't there after this all debacle and came through. So I guess the teller tried to void my transaction or something. I don't know all the details into what the teller did. You were wrong for that, though. You was wrong. So anyway, the person said, well, you don't have that money in this account. I said, yeah, I do. And they said, no, you don't. And just think about my grandmother and my mom. Always keep your receipts. That's a good value lesson. So my account was in the hole because of that, right? And like I said, this was when I was like 18, y'all. I ain't 18 no more, obviously. So anyway, you know, I go in there in the branch and talk to the manager, and I say, here's my receipt. And I had made a copy of it so I can give them. What's up, make this go viral? No, Abs, thank you so much for your request, but I'm good on that, Abs. Thank you so much for your request. Hey, make this go viral. So yeah, I went and gave the receipt copy to the actual. Oh, my car cut off because I've been sitting here for long. That's what happens. So I gave the receipt to the manager, the little, you know, photocopy. Then I had my, you know, little small receipt that shows you, you know, how much you put in there and all that stuff, whatever. So I gave that receipt. He was like, well, let me see the original. I said, I'm gonna hold the original, but you can't have it. So I said, here's a copy of it, but here's my original. So he looked at it. He said, let me see this. I said, no, you cannot walk away with this receipt. So he looked, and he looked at the photocopy. He compared it together. He said, I'll be right back. It wasn't even 10 minutes. All my money was in the account. Every NSF fee they paid for, it was bad. So anyway, I came to that account again, and that person was no longer there. So yeah, I'm thinking the person tried to slick me, take my money, and try to be slick, because when I came in, their eyes got real big, but I ain't see them after that. So I don't know. So what does this got to do with anything? Miss Carol asked the question, says, what if I only have $10 to invest? That's the whole point. It doesn't matter where you are, where you started in life. Just because you're there doesn't mean you won't. I can literally go to the lake right now. It's not where you start. It's where you're going. It's not where you start. It's where you're going. It's not where you start. It's where you're going. Okay? So don't be afraid for where you start, because just because you're here doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be there all your life. You're not necessarily going to be there. So stop being afraid. Don't be weary and well doing, for in due season you reap a harvest if you faint not. Stop being afraid of where you are right now. Stop being afraid of where you are right now. You are going to be okay, but you have to start somewhere. You have to stop being afraid. You have to stop saying, what if? Well, here's the thing. What if you keep living? That's what my grandma used to say. What if you keep living? Which means, what you gonna do? If you don't have it now, let's walk this through. You see, a lot of major business people, this is what we do. Okay, we look at the end and we break it down to the beginning. So we look at the end and then we break it down to a minute level of how we can get there. So we go to the end and then we break it down. So let's break this down. Some people are gonna retire at 60. Some people 62, it may be considered early retirement for some. Some people are going to retire in their 50s. Some people are going to retire at 70. Okay? But let's just say you're blessed. You retire at 60 years old. Okay? There you go. So let's just say, and it's not financial or investment advice. So let's just say you retire at 60. Now some of y'all are 60 and you're retired, or you're about to retire. So let's just say you retire at 60. Okay? Let's say you're 30 right now. I'm just throwing out a number. Okay? So how much are things going to cost at that point? Let's just say things double. So let's just say, you know, gas is $7 a gallon. Let's just say, because think about it. When I was a kid, gas was like $1 and something, right? Now look at what gas is, you know? So let's just say gas is $7 a gallon, right? Let's just say that. Or let's just say electric is more per kilowatt hour than it is now. Ask yourself the question, how do you beat the inflation? How do you get to the next level? Let's just say the average groceries is $100 for like half a bag of groceries. Let's just say that's the case. So as my grandma said, keep living, son, you're gonna find out. If that's the case, ask yourself the question, if groceries is gonna be double, so you think groceries high now, let's double your grocery bill for a smaller amount of groceries. Because I remember back in the days, $100, man, you have a whole cart full of groceries. Back in the days. Now, $100, probably for me, it'll give me some salmon, probably some salad, couple milk, stuff like that. $100 don't do nothing now. $100 used to be like, yeah, you got $100 bill. Now $100 is like, it's like a kid Happy Meal right now. You know what I'm saying? $100 ain't nothing at this point. So you ask yourself the question, how can I get there? How much is stuff going to cost? And then you put yourself in position to get there. Now, are you going to get there with your job? Are you going to get there with your job? Ask yourself that question. If you still are making what you're making, are you going to get there with your job? Are you still going to be able to work as hard as you are working then, now? Okay? Miss Carol, you do a lot of content. So let's just say, for example, goal is to get a miniature restaurant. Now, how do I get there? You got to keep making content, Miss Carol. You got to, when you get a YouTube check, you got to reinvest it back into yourself. Not financial investment advice. So you got to reinvest it back into yourself and keep doing it over and over again. You know, man, I kept buying some cheap earbuds. Y'all, I'm a very frugal person. I don't really like spending money like that. I really don't. And the thing about it is, when I was spending some money, people was saying, Robert, I can't hear you on the phone. I was buying cheap earbuds because I think somebody stole some of my, I had a AirPods. I sit it down somewhere. It was gone. Yeah, it was gone. I went back to retrace my steps. It was gone. Had some Beats earbuds. I dropped one. Other one, I don't know where it is. So I had to buy another thing. So anywho, what I'm saying is you have to reinvest back into yourself. You have to reinvest back into yourself. Okay? You can't be afraid to reinvest back into yourself. You put your money back, even if it's $5, put it back into yourself. And that's the same thing. If you only have $10, reinvest into yourself by investing into yourself. Because here's the thing, you're investing for you. Now let's be honest. Miss Carol, would you let, and I'm just using this for example, y'all, so don't get mad if I call you out. Miss Carol, would you let Sweet Thumb hold your purse? And Sweet Thumb, would you let Make This Go Viral hold your wallet? Probably not. You're probably not going to trust the people to hold your wallet or your purse. So that's what we do when we, exactly, heck no, exactly. Now, if you wouldn't let them hold your purse, or you wouldn't let somebody else hold your wallet, why are we letting 401ks and a retirement account hold our stuff and we're not investing for ourselves? I'm not saying you should not invest in a 401k and retirement. That is a smart thing to do, especially up to your company match minimum, not financial investment advice. So if you do not have a 401k at your job and they have it, get it. That's step one. Okay, up into your company match or more if that's what you decide to do. Now that's to me, that's common sense. If they offer you some money, hey look, I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars for you to put some dollars in, go ahead and where those dollars at? Where those dollars? You need to go ahead and do that. Okay. Also, you are probably going to keep up with your purse or your wallet better than a stranger would, right? Exactly. You're going to keep up with your stuff better because you know what you like and what you don't like. Same thing when it comes to investing. You have a different appetite than I do. You, Sweet Thumb may have a different appetite than Nicole. Make This Go Viral may have a different appetite than Tay Eats. Tay Eats may have a different appetite than Official to me. President Investor may have a different financial appetite than me. So you got to understand, when it comes down to it, everybody has a different appetite when it comes to certain things. Everybody's appetite changes when it comes to certain things. Everybody has a different appetite. Everybody's investment things are different. So you have to understand that everybody, I can't see there's a lot of YouTubers who tell you to do this, invest in this, invest in. I'll tell you certain stocks, but here's the thing. I think personally, Bitcoin and Ethereum, not a financial investment advice, Bitcoin and Ethereum is like having gas and oil in your car. They go together. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can't put oil and gas together. What I'm saying is your car motor needs to run with oil and the car needs to run with gas. So, you know, Bitcoin is like the gas in your car, fuel in your car, and Ethereum is like oil in your engine. My personal opinion. Can you rent a room in my Can you rent a room in my basement? No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. But like, where's it's all, instead of where's Waldo, you be looking for where's Robert. No, no, no. But anyway, so that's what I think. Personally speaking, I think my opinion is Tesla is the wave of the future. They're ahead. They're light years ahead of a lot of people. So I like Tesla. I invest in Tesla. Most people who are watching me have an Apple device. There's people who watch me with their Apple device. So you are on your Apple device. You're doing what you got to do. You like Apple. You know, some people have Samsung. I got Samsung. I got Apple. I got both. You know, I like each for each thing. So I say that as the waves of the future. That's where the thing is going. Here's the thing. Gold and silver. It's a hedge against inflation. My opinion is every person should have some silver and gold in their portfolio. Yes, you can invest in gold, stocks, or ETFs, but it's nothing better than having tangible silver coins, bullion, in your readiness in your portfolio at the ready. Okay? Very vital in my opinion. Look at where gold price has been in the last 5 years. Look at what silver prices have been in the last 5 years. My opinion, everyone should have that. Like I was saying earlier about making that cake, everyone should have all these things as it relates to making that cake. Okay, everybody should have all those things as it relates to making that cake, getting themselves to the next level. All right, so when it comes down to it, ask yourself, how am I going to start? So the question is today. You need to start today, and pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hand clap. The people who started to listen today. I have a lot of great videos on my channel. Prez the Investor, Lisa J. Stocks, Chris Sane, Keenan Grace, Stock Mo. There's a lot of people with a lot of great channels that have a lot of great information. So start to listen. Start to listen. Start to take notes. Start to read. Start to look. Open the book. And start to look at certain things. Start to ask yourself certain questions. Ask yourself, get a piece of paper. I challenge you, everybody who's listening to me, get a piece of paper. Paper? You learn with Robert. We ain't seen paper in years. Get a piece of paper. You got some printer paper. Some of y'all got printers. Get a piece of paper. Get a pen or a pencil and write down where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years. Write it down on paper. And then write down the question, how can I get there? At your current job, can you get there in the next 10 years based on your goals? Well, if that's not the case, then how are you going to increase productivity at your job to get a better raise? How are you going to, maybe make a little bit more income to get to where you got to do so you can put money into something that you want to do? How can you do that? Ask yourself those questions. When it comes to investing, you are going to take care of your purse or your wallet better than somebody else. I'm not going to walk around with your purse and your wallet and just hold on and care about it like somebody else would. Okay? You're going to care about your own purse, your own wallet, because that's yours. You see what I'm saying? I hope that's making sense to you all. So you got to care about it. No 401k plan is going to care about it like you care about it. And here's the thing. There's a lot of people who will just take, little high risk with your money, but they're not going to take the same risk. Thank you, Miss Girl. They're not going to take the same risk with their money. So if you learn about how to invest your money, you can better make sure that the people who have your 401k or your retirement otherwhere is doing the right thing by it. That's the thing. You want to have balance. Wouldn't it be great? Imagine, I want you to imagine that you have over $1 million in your 401k. You have over $1 million in your Roth. You have over $1 million in your SEP retirement account. You have over $1 million in your personal investment account. I want you to imagine how much greater life would be for you. I want you to imagine that you're able to send your kids to college. I want you to imagine you're able to write checks for your grandkids. I want you to imagine that you're able to go to the places that you want to go. I want you to imagine that you don't have to clock in for somebody else all your life. I want you to imagine that you retire, you don't have to sit at somebody's step and say, welcome to this place or welcome to that place. You don't have to do that. I want you to imagine you can do what it is that you want to do when you do what you can do. You can do like you can do like you do it for TV. I want you to imagine that. Now I want you to imagine on the other foot, you don't have the resources to retire. You got to keep working. You're stressed out. You're angry. You're frustrated. You're trying to figure out how it's going to go. Rent is high. Housing is high. Food is high. You don't know how you're going to do it. That's, you know, what? That's extreme. What about if I was just halfway okay? Come on, y'all. I want you to imagine one extremity or the other extreme. Which one sounds better? Probably the one where you have a little bit of money in your account, right? Probably that one. Probably that one where you're sitting to the next level. Probably that one. Probably that one when you're at the next level to yourself, okay? Now here's the thing. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you've been listening to me, hit the subscribe button. Go up here, hit that button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. Okay, hit the notification bell so that you can be abreast when I make another video. Hey, I'm about to go to Prez the Investor and Lisa J Stocks channel right now. It's been wonderful. I really appreciate you all. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. I'll be more than willing to answer real questions. Now, don't be taking crazy in those comments, okay? But I really appreciate each and every one of you. I really appreciate everyone listening. And remember, it's not financial investment advice, but I want you to get to the next level. I want you to grow. I want you to be all that you can be in yourself to get to the next level of greatness for your family, for you, for your loved ones, for the next generation. All right, once again, this is you, Lauren Robert. We'll talk to you. All right, bye.